I'm talking. I'm over here on mute. What y'all up to? How your Wednesday going? All that good stuff. I am chilling. Just really walked through the door and got home. But I basically I just didn't have a chance to eat anything. So I'm eating now. Because after this I'm gonna go work out. But if you have a job, a W-2 income, today we plan to talk about negotiating your salary if possible. Oh. Mm, 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 mm. Let me tell y'all today. Today has been a long day. I'm super tired. I felt like this day went by so fast, and I really didn't get a chance to do everything I wanted to do. Um, I just didn't feel like I felt like the time got away from me, and then I looked up, and the day was just over. Like just bam. That's it. That's all. So trying to get this food down so we can get started. Waiting on my guest to come in so she can share and drop all the gems with you. Mm, 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 mm. Kind of glad nobody on here. Mm. But what's up, y'all? So let me tell y'all, we are officially at the end of March. And with that being said, it's time for you to start looking and seeing like any financial goals that you set for yourself at the beginning of the year. What are you going to do about them? How are you doing? Are you close to them? You can always got to kind of like a check into yourself to see where you are compared to the goals that you set for yourself. So personally, I am am I behind? I don't think I'm behind. I don't think I'm behind on my goals. Well, now maybe I am. I don't think I've accomplished the goals that I set out yet for this year because I always set like very ambitious goals. I set very ambitious goals, so like even if I make partial and I don't make it all the way to it, I can look back and say, "Dang, but you did this." So it's March. It's about to be the end of March. We're about to go in April. Whatever financial goals you set out for the year to say, like maybe you're going to boost your credit, maybe you were going to pay off some debt. It's time for you to start revisiting those goals again and identifying like what do you need to do, what do you need to go through, so that you can get back on track and get back to accomplishing your goals. Hey, what's up? I'm over here eating. How you doing? I'm supposed to be live with Dorethia Kelly to talk about negotiating salary. I'm waiting for her to come. Man, I'm hungry. I've been rushing all day, and I literally just got home. Pizza, some veggie pizza with chicken and banana peppers, like the veggie deluxe. I came home and put a couple of slices in the microwave real quick. But yeah, so um, how you doing? How you doing? What's up? I haven't talked to you in a while. How you doing? What's going on? Have we made progress? It was veggie. It was okay. It was a deluxe veggie pizza. I added grilled chicken and banana peppers. No, that was just the name of what I ordered so I could get all the veggies on the pizza. Don't come on here starting no stuff, sir. Don't come on here starting no stuff. That's what you're not gonna do. Come on here, come on here starting crap. Oh, yeah, I'm waiting on Dorothea Kelly. She's supposed to come on today to talk about negotiating salary. But if not, I'm just gonna have to turn it and talk about something else, or you see if I can get somebody else to come on last minute. Uh, we'll see. Cause so what you been doing? You got some progress? You made some progress? You utilizing your hiatus to your benefit? Are you? Are you? Are you? Are you? Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. Oh, okay. Um, Let me send you the link. Hold on. Ooh, me too, me too, me too, me too. Um, Let me see. Okay, I know how I'm gonna get it to you. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Hold on. Mhm. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Baby, come down. Let me stop for before Facebook block me. Okay, coming right now to your inbox. Okay, bam, bam. And then if she comes, we can just cut it off. But there you go. I just sent it to your inbox on um, Instagram. Yeah, same here. I'm working on marketing strategies too. I am. So, anyway, let's get into it. So, today we're going to talk about negotiating your salary and ways that you can work to get a promotion. We have a guest coming in, and we're going to talk about what you can do yourself. Copy. Okay, copy. Copy. What you mean, copy? I don't know what you mean. I don't understand. So another thing that I want to tell people is right now is bonus time. Right now is a lot of time where a lot of people get their bonuses at work. One of the things I want to recommend you do is make sure that you're looking to see what you can do to use that bonus towards your financial goals before you go in the spring and start buying and swiping your life away. You want to check to see about using it towards your financial goals. Did you get it? Did you get it? Okay, seeing just now. Okay. So that's one of the things you want to work on. Working towards seeing, your financial goals. And honestly, I feel like part of the issue too is copy. I still don't understand what that means. But okay. Yeah, what I want us to do is just do better about our money and our finances. You deserve to have money in your bank account. Oh, bam, that was quick. What's up? I can't hear
Hey,
you.
team. Yeah, there you go. Sweet. Can you hear me okay?
Hmm.
Can you hear me okay? Hello? Hello? Yes, no, maybe so.
Hmm.
Um, can you hear me? Yes? No?
So I wonder, can you even hear me
I
then?
can hear you.
Hmm.
I can hear you.
I'm trying to see what the problem is that I couldn't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Like, okay. You good?
No.
Can you hear me at all?
Talk now.
I'm talking now. Can you hear me?
Okay, there we go. I got you.
Okay.
I'm like, what is going on?
Right.
How you doing?
When I say copy, it means like I confirm it's a military thing.
Oh, yeah. See, I did not spend any time in the military at all. Like, not even a second.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't. I work for the federal government. That's the closest I get.
Same here, and but it's a lot of military folks around here. So,
Not for us.
oh, okay,
Not for us. It's not. It's because specifically the one you work at, probably. But yeah, not for us.
yeah.
I'm trying to find my. Oh, there we go. Okay, bam. Okay, now I can hear you. You can
Okay.
hear.
Yep.
Okay, let's go. We got action.
We can
So
still talk about
yeah,
negotiating
let's
some
talk.
salaries.
You said what?
We can still talk about negotiating salaries. What happened? No. What? You muted yourself. Just unmute yourself. You just hit the space bar, I guess. Oh,
Like,
there you go.
no, it said it muted me because my mic got unplugged.
Oh.
Because it
You got
sent me
too
a message
excited.
like, looks like your mic got unplugged.
Look, get big. Oh.
So yeah, let's talk about it because when she comes, just turn it into a
Your audio is off. Your audio unplugged again. Yo, we gotta upgrade your mic. You might need to get you a hiatus. Okay, somebody's in the green. She says she's here in the green room. You can kick me out though.
Yeah.
All right. Say something.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good. Okay.
Right.
She there in the green room. I have no idea. You the expert.
For me, oh, she should show up in the bottom next to my face, like way in the bottom
Mm-mm.
area.
Mm-mm.
So
She
I've been
not
waiting
there.
for about 10 minutes. Did she click the link?
Mm-hmm.
Because I know when I clicked the link a couple times from
I can
you,
email.
it kept going. It kept going to the actual StreamYard login. I had to actually click on the link if you sent it through IG or something.
I'm gonna email it to her. I wonder
Yeah.
why.
So she
Because
got
mine
the
did the
same thing
same
I
thing.
did.
I created it.
Right. You
I'll
have to click on the
probably.
actual. Yeah, click on the actual link. Because it does that preview window. When you click on the preview window, it takes you just to login of StreamYard. You have to actually click
Ah,
on the link. Yeah.
yes, so it's the same event.
Oh, she said it's an older link. Is it older?
It's the same event. You know how you create the event ahead of time and you schedule it?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
created, yeah. So it might be I don't know.
Yeah, see if you can send her the link again. I got
I
some
did. I
email.
emailed it to her.
Oh, okay.
Hmm. Yeah, what was I gonna say? You know how you create it ahead of time and then
Hmm.
you create it and then it just creates all your things. It creates the YouTube thing and all of that. That's what
Yep.
I use. And then once I created it, then I send out the link. So it might just be it messing up.
Okay. I'm gonna
So how
send.
you doing?
Been doing good. My hiatus has been doing pretty well. Was able to edit at least 3 episodes. I got one more to do, and I'm gonna do
Okay.
a release. So I'm gonna go bi-weekly. Go
Come
back
through
to
with the progress. Okay, hold on. Let me let her in.
okay. All right. Now
Hello.
roll
I
on.
don't know what
Hey, hey,
happened.
hey.
All right.
I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. You know, StreamYard, I think you have to do each individual link.
Mm, that's weird. All right.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
how
gonna
you
drop
guys
off.
doing?
I'm
Good.
doing
How are
good.
you?
I
Doing
was just
well.
I was just a filler. So yeah.
Well, nice to meet you anyway.
Nice meeting you too.
FinCon family.
All right. Yep. FinCon. All right. See you guys.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Tired, and I still gotta go
Mhm.
work out.
Right, right.
I don't feel like
Understood.
it, but you know, I gotta be an adult and put my
Yes,
horse.
we have to take care of ourselves. Okay.
I got to. I'm always preaching to my people to do it, so I gotta follow suit also.
Absolutely.
How was your day?
It was wonderful.
Good.
It was wonderful.
I feel like the day
Busy.
went by super fast.
Yeah, it did. It did. This week has gone by fast for me because
This month,
yeah, I'm in the
like,
middle of the book launch and
mhm,
it is a lot going on.
mhm. I understand. I understand.
Yeah.
So the month is March. Of course, March is Women History Month. But on top of that, we're always talking about bringing side hustles, picking up extra income, and doing all of these extra things. So I thought it would be important to talk about the money that you already have. the money that you already have coming in. So yesterday we talked about different employer benefits that you have and ways that you can maximize and leverage them to your benefit. And then so today we're going to talk about how to negotiate for a promotion or increase, or maybe you want to get more funds, or when you are looking to apply somewhere and maybe you need to negotiate your compensation package. So
Absolutely.
welcome to the Money
Thank you.
Mastery Academy. Again, that is what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to get some nice tips and tricks of ways for you to leverage, bring in more income into the house so that you can use that income to achieve financial goals quicker, more effectively. Of course, I always brought company, so I'm going to allow her to introduce herself, tell you about what she does and everything. Let her hype herself.
Well, thank you, number one, so much for having me on. I am very excited to be here. My name is Dorethia Kelly. I am the founder and CEO of Money Chat. And what that is a personal finance, a financial brand. I'm a personal finance and business coach. And I teach people how to save money, grow money, how to live financially free on their own terms. And so I founded Money Chat. And as I mentioned before, we are in the middle of an updated book launch because it's been 8 years. I was a single mother and I didn't, that paycheck to paycheck cycle. I was like, you know what, this is for the birds. So I just started educating myself about money. And then, of course, I had to bring it to everybody else in my circle as well, because each one reach one. Right. So that's a little bit about my story. I want to get into this. And I will also say this is a topic that is near and dear to my heart because I also background is corporate leadership. But from that background, I created a career growth subscription box. And we talk about salary negotiation all the time. So yes.
Also, tell us about this book. You say you're doing a book relaunch.
Yes.
Give us the details.
Absolutely. Okay. So it's really exciting because I just got this like a couple days ago. And so this is the new, I don't know if you can see it real good, but everybody can go to moneychatbook.com. I updated the book 8 years ago. I wrote the first version and I felt like there were some things that needed to be added and some things for this time, but I didn't need an entire new book, right? There's no sense in reinventing the wheel. So I added everything that I felt like was needed now for this time and this day. But I've also got all kind of crazy bonuses, financial bonuses downloads. So when everyone orders their book, they get those bonuses too when they're available. So just check that out. You get messages from me. It's called Money Chat, how to get out of debt, manage your money, and create financial freedom. Because that, my friends, is what it's all about.
That's the ticket. I don't think I know anybody who don't need or want to do that. I'm just saying.
Yes, absolutely.
So I just had to because you said you were doing a book.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm like, let's tell us about the book. Tell us about the book.
Thank you.
So let's get into it. So
Yes.
today we're going to talk about salary negotiation and just tips and tricks, ways that you can work to just level up a little bit. We know we always, some of us are very impatient and we like to swipe, and
Yes.
it is what it is. But if you have more income, it gives you an ability to be able to do a little bit more.
Yes.
You can finagle that budget a little bit. I know you've been there before. Well, you have to
Yes.
move things around. So, like when thinking about salary negotiation, like we could just start from, what would they do? Okay, I'm at a job, I'm working, and I feel like I need to make more money, but I'm not really sure. Because a lot of times, we have imposter syndrome. We'll talk ourselves out of
Yes.
trying to apply and
Yes.
are we good enough? And are they going to hire us? What is the first thing that you would say they should do?
So number one, when it comes to salary negotiations, and I'll take the scenario you shared, you said, I'm in a job and I feel like I should make more money. I always say this, don't look for fair and don't look for right. Be ready. So you think you deserve more money. Start writing down everything you've done and accomplished so that you are prepared when you go. So the first step is you're going to write down everything you've done and accomplished. Go back and look to anybody who said, Hey, Dorothea, thank you so much for helping me with that project. You saved my world. Screenshot, snip, all of that. Keep that, okay? You have to build a case. It's unfortunate. I always hated it. And oftentimes, I'm just giving you all a little tip in leadership. I hated as an individual contributor being made to prove my value. I hated even more as a leader being forced to make my people prove their value. So know that that's what you got to do. You can't just walk in and say, "Hey, Dorothea, I've been here, and I believe I need more money. I'm a good worker." No, you've got to say, "Okay, I did this, I did this, I did that." Be ready so that when you walk in there, they don't send you back. Go do this, Dorothea. No. So that's the first thing. List out all your accomplishments. What have you done? Why do you believe you deserve a raise? And it cannot be because you need more money. They don't care about our budgets. They don't care about any of that. And because they don't care about our budgets, you don't need to care about their budget, okay? Now, you don't walk in cocky and all of that, but you worry about what it is you want and need and deserve because you've done the work. So I could go on and on, but I'll take a breath and uh-oh, your mic went out again. I know, but I'll keep rolling. So that's for sure what you want to do. Here's another thing that people should do all the time. Throughout the year, keep track of your wins each month, each quarter. Write them down as well. That's going to help you prepare your list. When you're asking, and this is whether you're asking for a promotion, whether you are negotiating your salary, or whether you're going for a new job. Because the new job wants to know, what did you do at your old job that was so great?
Might come in handy at performance appraisal time also.
Exactly. So I do want to speak to the imposter syndrome though.
Mm-hmm.
And looking at the budget. Sometimes we are loyal to a fault. Well, I heard that, the budget cuts and this, that, and the other. But we have all been in situations where we have seen people find money, and there is always money. So now you can't go in there and you've only been doing $5,000 worth of work. You haven't even really been doing all the work you should be doing and going and tell them you want to make $20,000 more now. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about somebody who's been performing, who's shown up and shown out. And I know it's a thing and it's a trend to just go to work and do the bare minimum. I know it is. Now, I get that. We talk about that on a different day. But if you are looking for money and raises and all that, salary negotiation, you have to show up and show out. Even if you feel like it's not appreciated, okay? Because this is about your work ethic.
I
go
agree.
ahead, I'm sorry.
So what I was trying to say before, my mic, so this is a new mic. I have not had that mic that long. I tried buying a different cord and it's the mic itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Yeti.
Yeah.
I haven't had
it. It's a Yeti.
Yes.
It's your settings. There's something going on. You just got to play with it.
But it's the cord.
Oh, wow.
The cord keeps coming out.
Oh, wow.
So if I do any type of movement, the cord slips out. It's some type of defect.
Yeah.
Who left?
Yeah.
Oh, DeAndre. Been kind. So I wanted to say is, it sounds like she said, make sure you collect your receipts. Keep them receipts. You did something, because it gets real hard to remember all those things that you did throughout the year. Maybe 6 months ago, you were on a project and you forgot that you rocked it, because maybe you rock it all the time.
Yeah.
Keep those receipts where somebody acknowledged you for doing it, is what I sound like. List your accomplishments. Hype yourself up. I feel like that's part of it too. We kind of sometimes feel uncomfortable hyping ourselves up and cheerleading for ourselves. And we even feel uncomfortable when other people cheerlead for us.
That's that imposter syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. You show up every day. You take on extra work. You share your gifts and talents. You are doing the work. You deserve the money. Mm-hmm. And part of that comes with knowing how much money you deserve. Now, I am originally kind of sort of from the South, right? We keep everything close to our chest. I am not someone who is going to be going to somebody else and asking them how much money they make. And I'm not going to be telling anybody how much money I make. But I'm going to know, I'm going to hear, I'm going to network, I'm going to have an idea, and I'll have certain people that I can confide in that will be able to tell me, and some people do like to share, that way they can have that transparency and people aren't getting ripped off in the workplace. I get that. But if you're more like me and you just want to say, hey, Sally, you know anything about these ranges? Or if you make a friend in HR, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
You have to walk in with knowledge. You have to know what the pay is. The ranges are so big. It's something like this job pays $10,000 to $100,000. Like, really? It's ridiculous. So you have to know what the real money is. And you only do that by networking and knowing what other people, having people in the know in your corner. So what I want to say around that is that imposter syndrome, you are worth the money if you're doing the work. So take self-inventory. And you cannot be afraid to ask for your money. You can't be afraid to ask for your money. Get your money.
They're not going to be afraid to ask you to do any work.
Your work, the next person's work, and the next person's work.
Okay.
Right? So don't be afraid to ask for your money. But back to from a point of knowledge and practice. Practice, do mock interviews with somebody, do mock negotiations, watch channels like this so you can know how to do it, because you deserve it. The other piece of this is this. I always tell everybody, if your job only gives you 3% increases every year, it's going to take you forever to get to your annual goals, to your financial goals, rather. When you switch jobs, you can command an increase of up to 20%. I've had so many people tell me, Dorothea, you were right. I stayed at this job too long. I stayed there 10 years getting 3%. No. You need to look every 2 years, not for a new job necessarily. So let me walk this out. Every 2 years, there needs to be some kind of promotion, some kind of increase, some kind of addition. So whether that's a promotion or you switching jobs every 2 years, because remember, you're getting 3, maybe 5% increases. When you get a promotion, you're getting upwards of 10 to 20%. So you need to be serious about your career and your career goals.
Do you look for percentages or dollar amount?
So I do dollars and then I calculate what percentage that is. I do both, actually. So if you want to make 30 to 40,000 more or 20,000 more, do the math on that in addition to your current income. And how can I say this? I don't want to say discount bonuses, because bonuses are a beautiful, beautiful thing. But if the company took the bonus, excuse me, if the company took the bonus away, would you be happy with your base salary? Okay. The other thing is, and I didn't know this, like when I was coming out of college and I was working before I was in college, because I was a single mother with 2 kids. So I had a job, career. I was building my career. I didn't know the jobs that paid bonuses. So I spent the first 10 years of my career in a position at a company that did not pay bonuses, because I didn't know anything about it. And that's why we have to have these conversations. That's why we have to talk. What are the companies in your area that pay bonuses? Like nice bonuses. Bonuses are good. Don't get me wrong. Every little bit counts. But in those first 10 years, I missed out on a lot of income accumulation that would take my salary up and up and up. So you want a nice base salary and you want a nice bonus too.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense. So my first question is like, I know we talked about imposter syndrome, but can you think of any other reasons where people usually don't ask for it? Like they, like you say, will come to you like, oh, why did I stay so long? Like I stayed there so long, I should have never stayed there.
Comfort. If I ask for more money, I have to dig up the receipts. I have to do a write-up. I have to, it is, and I'm not making light of it, because I've had to do it. And then again, I had to make my team members do it. But you feel like you're not valued. Like, why do I have to do this? You see me, I'm coming to work every day. I'm doing this work. But don't look at it like that. Even though that may be the case, it may not. Look at it like you're going for what is yours. Go ahead. And it can be, okay, it's hard to talk about yourself sometimes, right? What did I do? Is that really a big deal? To you, you're just doing your job, but it matters. So that's one reason people may not do it. The other piece is listening to other people. Oh my goodness. You all are sitting around at lunch and they're like, yeah, you know, they don't have any money. Or I heard there was a hiring freeze and I heard this.
I've sometimes don't even know what they're talking about.
They don't know what they're talking about. And they don't know the inside and scoop on things. Somebody might have come and told that person, you know what? No, I'm sorry. There's a freeze on any promotions because they don't do good work.
That part.
So you're not in those backroom conversations, right? I've been in those conversations where we've had to decide who got what. And I'm telling you, the person, not in all the cases now, don't get me wrong, it's still, we all know what it is sometimes, but the person who we did not want to lose, we found a way. So that kind of shows you, you know, where you stand now. And they may come back and say, okay, Dorethia, we appreciate you, we value you, but can we revisit this in 6 months? Find out why. Because at that point, you have a decision to make. Am I going to look for something else, or am I going to wait the 6 months? It's all about the relationship and the trust level that you have there. So those are two reasons that I have seen that people don't go after promotions and raises. And I'll say this too. Some people don't know to. Because that leads back to my other point of doing your own professional development. A lot of people do not even do the networking and the free seminars and things that are offered at work. You know, I know we all just want to go home after work. I know we all just want to chill or log off, and I don't want to be back on Zoom again. But when people see you and they see your face and you show up, that's the conversations. That's how you hear about what's going on the grapevine. That's how you hear about who got fired for what position is open, how much money they made. There's conversations that cannot be had if you're just going to work and sitting at your cubicle or in your office, or you just on Zoom with the camera off all the time. Nobody sees your face. Nobody remembers who you are. I'm gonna tell you something. I tell people all the time, I don't care if you're the only one on Zoom with your camera on. Get dressed from the waist up. Make sure you look the part and rock it out.
I actually think it's better if you end up being the only person.
Because everybody's looking at you.
Exactly. You're the one that showed up. It's like, oh, okay, she's serious, you know?
Yeah.
Good. So then, okay, so like I said, I'm deciding what I do. You told us what we need to do first. What ways can I ask? Because I feel like that's something or a hurdle that some people deal with also when it comes to actually asking for the raise. Like, what do I say? How do I do it? How do I present it? You know, I feel like those are also hurdles that keep people from applying.
Yes. You want to start with just draft up a statement, an email, for instance. I think that I definitely wouldn't do it through instant messenger or anything like that. You want to be very professional. And I just say that because that's the world we're in and everything's being done through messaging, right? This is about your money. You want to handle this very professional. So you've already made your list. We talked about that. You've already run your numbers. We talked about that. You're not putting your numbers in this email, but you've got the numbers ready. You draft an email. Draft an email that you know, soft skills. Soft skills are your people skills. And so greetings and, you know, make, you know, a comment about something wonderful that's going on. And then the next thing is to go in to say something like, hi, Dorothea, you know, I am really enjoying this role. I've been working in it for X number of years. I am looking for my next steps. I would love to have a conversation with you about that. Please let me know your availability over the next week. Right? That's just a short, quick, and dirty, but you can add a little more, but this needs to be brief.
But that sounds nice and simple. It
Yeah.
doesn't sound complicated. I
No.
think a lot of times we're just overthinking and we're
Yes.
making things more complicated than they are.
Yes. And you
That
and you
sounded very succinct.
absolutely, and you want to put everything in there. I want to make $110,000, so that means I need a $30,000 increase. No, 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 no. You operate in professionalism and you talk about the money in person.
Mhm.
Okay. Um, oh man, what was my other thought? Okay, yes, professionalism, talk about the money in person, and be prepared. Now, there's two preparations. Be very formal. Whatever list that you're creating, it's not just on a Word doc with bullets. It is formal. Dorethia Kelly, the role, um, bullet, brief paragraphs. Do not write books for people. It will not get read. Nobody's interested in that. Bullets, brief 2 to 3 sentence paragraphs and not too many paragraphs. Okay. Because you want them to read it. You want them to hit on key points and actually, I'm trying to say hear and see what you're saying, not just skim it and then put it to the side. So you're gonna draft. I call it a proposal. Like you're gonna draft a proposal. Be formal. I don't care how cool you are with your boss, how cool you are with their boss. What maybe y'all grew up together. It does not matter. Be very formal in your ask. When you get into the meeting, you're not gonna be super formal. My name is Dorothea, but you can be comfortable. But we're here to handle some business at hand.
Right. And you want to look like that. And I think that that's important to do too, because especially if you're cool with your boss, because it gives them a chance to look at you in a different light.
Yes.
And it gives them a chance to see you in that professional light, like, oh,
Yes.
she got a proposal. Like that means you're serious. That means you mean business. It
Yeah.
looks more professional. To me, it looks good to make them take you more seriously.
Absolutely.
It shows you did some research. You did not just come in here, give me some money.
Absolutely. And I want to touch on what you just said about taking you seriously. In a lot of our work environments, it's very laid back. Even before the pandemic, some places were still very corporate suits. Some were in the middle and some were just like super chill. This may sound old school, but it to me is still very valid. Dress for the job you want.
Mm.
Now there's a caveat. I've seen some people in VP roles that look like they was not dressed, but think about back in the day, they used to teach us when I was first starting my career, because everything was very formal, dress like your boss, because everybody wore suits. So I wore suits most of my career. Probably the last 10 years, I didn't wear suits, but it was business casual. But, and this is just me, everybody don't have to do like I do, but I like to take everything to the next level. It was business casual, yes, but you have to polish up. You have to polish up, like take pride in your appearance, go the extra mile, accessorize, because image is still everything. I'm so sorry. It still is. So it's business casual, but that doesn't mean that you just, don't iron and just come in any kind of way and don't accessorize. Okay. And I know that may sound like off the beaten path in this day and age, but it hasn't changed. People still
Right. I feel like in corporate America though, like I feel like a lot of tech startups, they have a much more like lax environment. But a lot of corporate America is still
yes.
the
Yes.
same.
Yes. And even in those tech startups, you could put your khakis on and your polo, right? But accessorize and be neat and everything is not wrinkled. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Because here's the other thing. Can your leaders put you in a room to take their place? Can they call you at the drop of a dime and know that you're going to perform and present and know that you came to work dressed like you had a job? And are they confident in that? So those are the things that also affect salary increases, promotions, all of those things.
That's some good info though, because if you think about it, you're asking them to give you more money. I also like the fact that you said before when you said don't put the amount in there, because you might have a conversation and find out what you asking for, you can get more than that. So I don't think
Exactly.
you should put that number in your first initial proposal, but I do think you should put
Exactly.
that in your proposal. I think that's a great gem right there,
Yes,
because it's essentially you're treating it like a business deal. Like
it
this is my
is.
proposal. okay, which basically means like, okay, even if they can't meet it, okay, let's negotiate. But it's
Yes.
setting that tone. So I love that. I think
Yes.
that's great info. Uh,
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
so the last main thing I would like to talk about is what are some great, I feel like you've already kind of answered it though. Like I was going to ask you to give like some nice and tips and tricks to the trade, but I feel like you've been dropping them the whole time. Anyway,
Um,
like,
let me see. We talked about the bonuses. Don't be afraid. Oh, we talked about networking,
mhm,
but I'm gonna say this to everyone at the sound of my voice. Um, you own your career. This is what we tell people in the subscription box all the time. You own your career. I told my team this. I lived this. Um, if your company will not pay for that conference, you pay for it. You go, because guess what? This is also how you're going to find out what's going on outside of the bubble of your company. So, whether it's professional development, conferences, do all the free things that they do, they offer you, go to that stuff. Now, within reason, join the organizations that are available. That's also how you meet
mhm,
people at work. I
mhm,
think that companies, you can tell a very progressive company by what they offer their employees, the employee resource networks, and all the training that they offer for free. They bring in speakers. You need to
mhm,
go to those things, join the affinity groups, join all the things, so that you can be around other people and make conversations and connections. Because you might be in a group with someone, or even like the the after work sports, like the soccer club, like whatever you're into, you're hanging out with people, you're doing different things with them, and they're getting to know you. And when something comes up, they're like, hey, Dorothea, did you hear about this? I think your skill set will be great. You should apply. You cannot just sit there
oh
and
no.
be at work and say, because I hear this all the time. I had an employee. Oh, we were in cubicles. It's a row. We all were in, even the leaders, we were in the cubicle. Headphones in, both of them. I hated this with a passion. And this is, everybody listen, one in, one out. You should be able to hear people. You are at work.
What if it's a fire drill?
Exactly. You sitting there talking about, I'm just minding my business, doing my work, and a building on fire. So so you have to be friendly. When you walk in the morning, say good morning. When you
Mhm,
leave, unless you're trying to sneak out now and just be quiet, say goodbye. It's simple. You take a minute. Hey, Dorothea, how was your weekend? How was your vacation? Just uh-uh, uh-uh. I just go to work. They're all crazy. I go to work. I mind my business. I go home. Listen, they're gonna be crazy everywhere you go. And people are, even the people, and this is the part that's going to be hard for people. The people who get on your nerves, throw you under the bus, all the things. You still have to play nice in the sandbox. Now, you don't have to be at their desk all the time, but
mhm,
you don't know when the tide, this happened to me. You don't know when the tide is going to turn, and they're going to have an opportunity for you. But you were so
mhm.
nasty to them, even though they might have been nasty to you. You weren't there for when they turned their lives around, right? And then they're like, "Oh, Dorothea would be great, but I don't know," right?
Mhm.
And I'm not saying that you have to be mistreated or anything, but you cannot wear your feelings on your sleeve in the workplace, because somebody will be being sarcastic in a meeting 1 minute and then call you tomorrow and ask, how's that project doing, Dorothea? Just wondering how that's going. Hey, wait a minute, weren't you the one who was throwing me under the bus yesterday and telling me you couldn't understand what I was saying? Now it's all sugary sweet. Okay. It's a
Mhm.
game. Learn how to master it and keep it moving.
Yes, and I think that that was a great point about networking because joining affinity groups, joining organizations outside, you will be surprised what you learn. So, just an example, I have a friend. She joined an outside organization that she used to work, and she was on this committee for years. Well, when she decided that she wanted to leave her current job, even though she was no longer on that committee anymore, she still had the ability to reach out to them and
Yes.
say, hey, you guys, I'm in the
Yes.
market. They already know her ability, they already know her background. When I
Yes.
think she was actually deciding between offers.
Yes.
Like, so that's
Yes,
an example of what you're saying.
absolutely. And you have to be good to people, be good to your team. Doesn't mean you're a pushover because you're nice. There's probably no role that I left where the people were like, oh, we ain't gonna talk to Dorothea no more. She, not that I wasn't, there's people, trust me, there's people who didn't like me,
Oh.
but they respected me because I knew my stuff and I did my job and I did it with excellence. So I can call anyone and say, hey, what's going on over there? What's, anything going on? People will go to bat for you when you're a good person because, number one, remember this, if you get hired in at their place, generally they might get like some money. That's first. And secondly, if they refer good people, it helps everybody. And there are a lot of companies who prefer referrals. I worked at several companies who they looked at referrals first from employees before they looked outside.
And I like companies like that.
Me too. Me too. Absolutely.
So, last question. What about when you're looking to apply somewhere? So, maybe you tried to get a raise, you got shut down, and you just decided, like, I've done all that I'm going to do for this company. It's time. It's time. It's
Yeah.
time to go.
Yes.
Any tips or tricks for negotiating your salary when you're going for a new offer?
Absolutely. You have the best hand at that moment, actually, because they want you. So at the
Mhm.
moment that you've interviewed and they've said, yes, Dorothea, we would like to offer you a package. You've got the best hand. What people often do, it's back to that imposter syndrome or not knowing what to do, right? And this is not a bash. This is real. We've all been there.
Mhm.
They'll say, okay, so I made $80,000 a year. Maybe they'll give me 20 on top of that. So I'm going to ask for $100,000. No. I know they put a range on there. Go up as high on that range as you can go because remember those incremental increases you get every year. And remember this too. If you do, like I said, and find a place with those good bonuses, your bonus is often dependent upon your salary. So if you get a 10% bonus, 10% on 100,000 is different than 10% on 120,
Mhm.
right?
That's love right there because it was a time where I would apply, like you said, apply for job. I didn't know that I could negotiate salaries
Yeah.
when I received offers like years
Yeah.
ago. And it was something that I had never did before.
Yeah.
Whatever they would offer me, I would just accept it. And I would just think that that was only my option of what
Yeah.
I could possibly make at that company. And
Absolutely.
you might have a company that you really, really want to work for, but then they give you that small amount and you just pass it over when you could have negotiated. So that was a
Exactly.
good thing that I learned later in life that
Exactly.
I didn't always know.
Exactly. And if they snap up if there's no negotiation and they
You're too
snap
low.
up your offer, you went too low. If
Mhm.
they don't hem and haw a little bit, say, we're the yeah. But and here's the other thing, and I am all about pay equality. I believe in that 110%. I just want to say, if you don't fight for your money, you can't be mad when they give you lower on the range. Now, there's some other stuff going on where they should be fair. The same people, same qualifications, they should make the same or close to the same. But for instance, let's say somebody's making 80. Somebody negotiated and they negotiated $80,000 a year. Same skill set as the other person. And that person said, well, I'm okay. I would like $70,000. They're in the range of 60 to 100. So you have to negotiate for yourself. The employer is not only dependent on the people. There have been times when I've had people say, "Are you sure?" Because they were just trying to look out. But it doesn't happen. So you have to make sure you get as much money based on your qualifications and walk in there confidently, not cocky or arrogant, but confident.
Because that base salary that you originally signed up for, that's what everything's going to be based off. Like you'll literally set the tone for
Absolutely.
at that job.
Absolutely.
So I think between yesterday and today, oh my goodness, we have a lot of great things. I just felt like we always tell people, oh, pick up a side hustle. And I'm like, let's teach them how to maximize the income that they have coming in too.
Honey,
Mhm.
because your time is valuable and
Mhm.
life is for the living. And I'm not mad at side hustles because I teach it. I had 20 million side hustles,
Me too.
but we have to reevaluate how we really want to live life. And a lot of us are working side hustles that don't make no money. So
Or we're working a side hustle and we could have gotten that money at our current
we
job
could have gotten that money at your current job.
and didn't even have to get a side hustle. So
Exactly. And there's nothing wrong with a career. Listen, a lot of people get rich early working a career. So it's just about your goals and what you want in life.
yeah. So I want to say that I thank you very much for coming, sharing. I'm so sorry we had technical difficulties.
Oh, no
'Cause
problem.
I was like, so I don't know what happened. I really don't. Um, but I'm glad you were able to join and you were able to find it.
Thank
I'm just
you.
really happy. I appreciate it. If you could please tell people where to find you. I've made sure I tagged you when I made the announcement so
Thank
they
you.
will be able to find you. But you all go get her book. I know
Yes.
we can all benefit from paying off debt and just being able to really take control of our finances. You all know I will preach that to the mountaintop.
Thank you so much. Yes. Listen, everybody now. Got this book launch going. It is wonderful, if I must say so myself. What I need is for everybody to go to moneychatbook.com and um, buy. Buy the book, share the page. And this is why, because number one, I've included so many free bonuses. Once the book is launched and live, you're going to get all these bonuses that I've offered: a book club guide, the Money Chat book club guide. Money Chat is all about what you say and what you do. So I've combined them into the Money Chat mantras. One of the other bonuses, one of the biggest bonuses for only right now, is that you get the free audio book right now. Plus, when you order the book, this is going to be the only time that that's going to be offered, because I know people like to read. Some people like to read, some people like to listen, but this is the only time that you're going to be able to get that free. So go to the page, check it out. It is important that we change the lives of the people in our circles. We all know a whole lot of folks who need to get their money right, or who have been trying and maybe they fell off, they're on the hamster wheel, or just just getting started. Listen, moneychatbook.com, share that link with them. I thank you so much. So much more is to come. I'm going to be reaching out to everybody. So thank you so much for this opportunity to share and to be here with you. It was absolutely wonderful, and I appreciate it. Uh-oh, your mic went on. The cord is going again.
I'm
The
not gonna
Yeti
lie,
won't
I'm
let you be
so
great.
irritated with this mic. Like, it's not like it's a cheap mic for it to be doing this.
I know.
But I want to say thank you for dropping a lot of tidbits. A lot of people normally watch them on the replay,
Yeah,
so I feel like that it's going to be great information for them to get that they can really use like right now.
absolutely.
Yes. So thank you. You have a wonderful night.
You too, and thank you so much.
Thank you. And